And we're live, so cool. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. So we had a week off, and then before that we had 2 weeks of side adventures. So what did we do in the side adventures? You guys visited Kirmaru's 200 years in the past. Quite possibly started the fairy bones epidemic, and found some magical eggs. Let's see. And then last week we found out about the insect scourge that's plaguing the Minotaur Nation, as you all played as Minotaurs. And of course, no game this past week. So what were we doing before all of that? So you guys were in Kirmaru's. You were sent here on a mission from the Dwarven King. He wants you guys to basically exterminate the gnomes. He doesn't... whatever it is the gnomes are doing, it just doesn't gel well with what the dwarves are doing, and the dwarves want them gone. You guys came here to Kirmaru's. This is basically the biggest town in between the Dwarven Nation and where you're headed. And where you're headed is just south of here. And you guys stopped off here for just a little bit. There were some refugees that showed up at the gate of the town. And you guys kind of diffused the situation that was happening there, and bartered a deal for the refugees to stay outside of the town with some amount of aid from the Cameroonian government. Then you all guys had a nice drink at the inn and tavern. Simba got wasted for the first time. Threw up as a dragon all over the porch of Melody's gifted home.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah.
I'm very sad.
Yeah. At some point in time when you guys were in this town, Melody also had a little bit of an episode that Mist witnessed, making Mist a little bit edgy. You guys are also here with Padishar. Joel, you'll be playing both Mist and Padishar from this point forward.
Fantastic.
Yep. Since Padishar is originally your character anyways. You guys all basically went to bed, some of you with a buzz and some of you not. And we're basically waking up the next morning to hopefully continue your quest south to find the gnomish base. For anyone that's keeping track of the timeline, it is currently Sunday, May 23rd. So let's see. You guys wake up. It's the morning of Sunday. You wake up in the house. You wake up to the sound of some monstrous groaning, and in the large sort of the great room of the house, we call it a living room, whatever. Simba in dragon form is still sort of just like laid out in the floor, and he's going, "Oh, my head is killing me."
If I remember correctly, we all stayed outside because Melody went crazy.
Well, sometime during the night, Simba managed to go back to human form, get in the house, and then back out of human form, and he's just laying in the house as a dragon. Melody's in the house, I assume. Mist was on the front porch with Padishar. Gray and Gotron, did you guys go inside the house? Did you stay outside?
I'm going to say I probably didn't go in the house.
Okay. And Gotron?
I'll stay outside.
Okay.
We all stay away from the devil.
So,
The devil.
so everybody else is outside.
I'm guessing that would be me.
Only Melody and Simba are inside. But let's say y'all wake up to the sound of the groaning dragon inside the house.
Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna stay outside.
I think I'm gonna go out for milk and cigarettes.
Forever.
Does Gray offer Simba any, I don't know, words of wisdom or condolences?
You're probably gonna call him a dumbass little bitch.
Gonna tell him that's what happens when you drink a lot.
Basically the same.
Yeah. And he rolls over and he says, "Oh, you told me I could, Pops."
I didn't tell you. Yes, you are absolutely correct. I told you you could.
Consequences.
And he says, "Why is everybody outside?"
No,
Melody look weird. Arg.
He looks over and he says, "She looks the same as normal."
I've never been normal, but that's to be debatable.
What's her aura look like, Simba?
He says, "It's kind of black and cloudy, like always."
Oh,
Simba, when did you suddenly become a gruff old man?
He's in dragon form.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with him.
Oh yeah. He's like, "What? I'm like 4 months old. What do you mean?"
Look at you. You sound like you're 85.
He says, "This is my dragon voice." So, don't you have a dragon voice, Clancy?
Mmm. Dragging these nuts.
He says, "Nuts are okay. Meat's better."
Yes, that's what I meant.
You know what? I'm leaving that one right where it is. Because technically he's still kind of a child.
Yeah.
Right where it is, right across the chin.
Yeah, just leaving it right there.
He's like, and then he like kind of like rights himself, and he says, "Pops, do I have to be a human?"
yeah. I mean,
Okay. And he like, you see him sort of struggle for a minute, and then he kind of like manages to like fill some smoke around him, and it like whittles himself down into to his like human form. His eyes look sunken in and darkened, and he looks kind of pale. He's like, "All right, Pops. I guess we got to go do this gnome thing, right?"
yeah.
He says, "Okay. All right." And he starts walking outside. Gets outside, immediately throws his hands up. He's like, "Oh my God, why is it so bright?"
Because you have made poor choices.
He says,
And that's what happened when you drink a lot.
he
You gonna
says,
drink a lot again?
"Never."
And I yell really loud, "How you feeling, Simba?"
He
What an
says,
asshole.
not great, Mist. Not great."
And now
I'd like to cast a
what
spell.
have we learned when I say you probably shouldn't drink so much?
He says, "Not to drink as much."
Exactly.
Hey,
What are you
who's up for
casting?
morning beers?
Morning beards.
So I'm gonna cast darkness.
Shower beard.
It says choose an area I can see, so I choose the area just above his forehead.
Okay. What's your consequence?
Okay, I'll lose the spell after this. That's
Yeah, okay.
fine.
Yeah. So yeah, it forms, and he's like, "Oh wow, that's better. Thanks, Clancy. Yeah, that helps."
Yes, we've all had a fun night drinking before.
He says, "This is fun."
Sure.
Okay. Maybe I don't understand the fun as well as I thought I did.
Well, we also, murder people, so, yeah.
He says, "That's not fun. That's terrible."
Yes, and it's far less fun than the drinking is.
So you guys are there, and the guy who's driving your cart, who suddenly I don't remember his name.
Well, it's been a minute, so.
Yeah, give me a second.
His name is now Todd.
He has a name though.
Does he?
Yeah, I thought he did. Did you guys
we
ask
tried
him?
to get him killed, remember?
You
We
did
don't
try and
care
get him
about his
killed.
name.
Yep. I'm sure he has a name. Was it Francis?
I mean,
Bait.
Was Francis his name?
Might have been.
Where?
Francis sounds like a guy we could leave to die.
Yeah.
yeah, and we didn't we already try that with the chicken, but it just didn't work.
We did, and it got stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna say his name's Francis. have too many names now. Yep, Francis it is. All right, so yeah, Francis walks up to you, and he's like, "So hey, we heading out for this mission or what?"
Or what? I'm just kidding. I don't say that.
You know, guys, I used to have some dealings with the gnomes. I think I might be able to get us in before we have to kill them. That way we can kill them from the inside.
So Francis is like,
That sounds effective.
Francis says, "You've done business with the gnomes?"
Yeah, dude.
Done business with their insides.
Whoa.
Expensive
So anyway.
business.
He looks over at you and he
Just learned
says,
something new.
I don't know if that's something gross or not."
Probably yes.
He says, "All right,
Just
well,"
for the guest
Hey,
for
Francis,
Clancy.
what kind of girl are you into?
he says, "I mean, I have a wife and she's, a beautiful, stocky, bearded dwarf."
Bearded. Yes.
I want to polymorph my head
Okay.
into the most beautiful, stocky, bearded dwarf I can try.
Well, beautiful by your
And
standards or by
great.
dwarven standards? Do you know what dwarven standards are for beauty?
Well, I would assume
Yeah.
so. I've sold them people before.
Yeah, I was
Muscle
about
and
to
hair.
say.
Muscle, hair, and squareness.
I pride myself on my ability to read what my
Squareness.
customers like.
You like
All right.
that?
I
So
do, I
do you,
like
do, you,
that.
do you remove your helmet?
Yes, I remove my helmet.
You polymorphing your whole body, or
What? No, I can only polymorph my head.
okay? So yeah, you remove it, and he says, oof, that's disturbing." That
Yeah, but now you can see why people pay.
he says, "No, I can't, because that body and that head just don't." Is that what you really look like under there?
It's not square enough.
No, as I slide the mask back on.
He says, "God, why do I always get saddled with the weirdos?" He says, "All right, so
that body's just not square enough.
what's the plan, guys? We going or what?"
We're gonna inside some gnomes.
Yes.
Can we never call it that again?
Nope, we're inciting gnomes now.
Okay.
Yep, I think that's a thing now.
You're gnome insiders.
Sure does
It's fine.
sound like it.
It's what was that movie? Where the guy gets in a ship and he gets shrunk down and he gets put in a needle and he ends up in like someone else's body.
Osmosis Jones.
No. It's a live action, like from like the 80s.
Honey, I injected the kids.
No, God, I'll have to look that up later. So, anyways, you guys load up in the cart, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine Padishar's pretty fired up to go. I mean, he was wanting to go like prior to now.
Hell yeah, he needs to rescue his sister.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys load up in the cart and you start heading south. Let me get who considers themselves the best tracker / navigator? Probably Padishar.
Yeah, I was gonna say Padishar for sure because he's
Definitely
got
not me.
He's literally a tracker.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
roll spout lore. That's the intellect. You can roll twice and take the best of the two.
On intellect.
Yeah.
Excuse
Alright, let
me.
me see what
Bless
his
you.
intellect is. Yeah, alright. We're rolling twice on this.
Yeah. Roll twice and take the best of the two.
I hear you.
Unless you get something good the first time, and then you don't have to roll again, I guess.
Yep, that's happened.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, you don't even really need to roll a second time, I don't think, on that one.
Nope.
Yeah, so Padishar does a pretty good job of like tracking and telling you guys where to go. So it only takes about an hour or so, and so you arrive at this cliff's edge, and at the edge of the cliff, you can see a lot of like dilapidated buzzard nests. And there's like bones and stuff there. It seems like at one point in time this was a buzzard mating and breeding ground. And as you crest the ridge, you see a walled city. And if my clicker works, you'll be able to see it. So you're looking down on this city here, and this is the first thing you come to, and you notice sort of surrounding the walls. There's these sort of strange metallic
Yeah, I was gonna ask you
things.
what the hell those are.
So,
They look huge.
they're a little big. They're probably 9 to 10 foot tall or so.
Cool.
That's not gonna bite us in the ass.
Steampunk battle droids or mechs. Awesome.
Nice.
They're golems.
Love what we're going into.
Yeah. Well, you guys were given some intel back in the Dwarven Kingdom about
Yeah.
the
I
some
seem
sort
to
of
remember something like this.
metallic suit the gnomes were getting into.
Yeah, suit. Like I said, mech. Fantastic. Clancy, go jump in one of those things.
Yes, all of my years of academy training has prepared me to pilot this.
I mean,
What is this? Is this gnomedom wing?
I'm about to leave the room now.
As long as I get to pilot Big Sham.
There's one with like slick back hair. He looks like he's a teenager. His name's Yui, or Hero. So there's a death scythe golem in there somewhere. So yeah, you see this wall, and there's definitely these like sort of metallic monsters all around it. And obviously there's people inside the walls doing stuff, walking around. It's hard to make out from this distance. They might be gnomes. They could be something else.
No one knows.
You know, one knows. That's right.
Bad pun, boo.
I'm good at bad puns.
Gnome, you're not.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
I've been
Nice.
defeated.
Yeah. So yeah, this is what you see. What do you want to do?
Not go near them.
Since I've dealt with gnomes before, would I possibly know how to properly like introduce myself to them?
Yeah, I mean, you've sold them, you know, various races of other types to, and possibly some other goods. Not at this particular facility, but like throughout the continent, you have. So you've entered into trade with gnomes before.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask. You said sold them, like sold to them, or like sold them as
No,
a
sold to
person?
them.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of both.
I'll be
I was
like,
about to say,
Clancy, I don't know,
that's
man.
just Clancy.
Well, that's why I questioned it. I was like, I don't know
Yeah.
if I go talk to him if you sold them.
I've
not gonna
sold
like you.
people. Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I've sold all the people.
Yeah, you guys go for about 300.
So I guess I'm gonna hop out of the cart and walk towards the gate.
Yeah. Just alone? Or are you taking anyone with you?
I'm gonna tell them to hold back.
All right. So as you approach the gate, when you get a little closer, I click on things. One of the units starts walking up to you, and the top headpiece sort of pops open, and you see this guy, and he says, "State your business."
The name's Clancy, and I'm here to elicit illegal goods.
He says, "And what kind of goods are those?"
Anything I can get my hands on that makes my job easier.
He says, And have you traded here before?
At this location, no, but I've been at. I guess I just name off one of the locations.
Yeah. Okay. Roll. Let me get you to roll a spout lore too.
What's that on?
Intellect.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a code word that sort of gets you into trade, and it's falafel. So basically, you're going to ask him if he knows where there are any falafels.
Oh, is the
Do you-
falafel a code word?
Yeah.
And delicious. Do you happen to know where
He
I
just
can get
comes
a
out with actual
falafel?
falafel.
He says, "Yes, we sell many falafel inside."
I
He
bet.
says, "Why don't you come in?"
I'm gonna wave my cart forward.
So it's a cart that has free falafel spray painted on the side of it.
So yeah,
All the golems also say this is a falafel.
no, so hold on. As you sort of wave at the cart and it's in the distance, Francis says, "I can't drive this in there."
Yes, you can. That sounds like quitter attitude.
He says they're not terribly amenable to most dwarves. He says, "I'm gonna." He hops off the cart. And he says, "I'm gonna hang back here. You guys do what you want." Does somebody else take up the cart and drive it?
No, it just sits there for like 30 minutes.
No,
of me
we-
waiting.
Everyone's just sitting there like
Sure,
staring at
well.
each other. That's fine.
Nah, Patashar will do it.
Okay. And yeah,
He's like, I'm not a dwarf. I'm fine. Let's go.
yeah. And the rest of you are in the back of the cart, I assume.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Patashar is driving the cart, and it gets closer, and then the guy says, "Whoa there." He says, "And your driver? Is this your driver?"
I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna be like, yes, that's Patashar. Don't
You're all
worry.
drivers.
There are people in the cart. I have had them sign a contract to secrecy.
He says, now, as you said the code word, I know you've done business with us before. Are your people going to be okay with the fact that we've enslaved many other races?"
Regardless of if they are or not, they have no choice.
He says, "And why is that?"
Once again, I've contracted them.
"Oh, a blood oath. I see. Well, that sounds pretty fortuitous. Are they slaves?"
These ones, no. Simply mercenaries I've hired to keep my goods safe.
Okay. Well, I think, given how many people are in the cart, and what goods do you have?
I have no idea how many people are actually in the cart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? If we're counting Simba, right?
It would, yeah. Well, so Patashar's driving, and then there's 5 additional in the cart.
Oh yeah, Patashar too. So
Yep.
6.
Um,
There's 6, and we have various goods from across the continent.
he says,
We're also looking to procure goods as well.
He says, with a party like that, I'm going to have to assign you an escort. You understand?
Indeed.
He says, okay, just wait here. We'll arrange an escort for you.
All right. I'm gonna head towards the cart, and then while they're arranging an escort, I'm going to give them a rundown of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah. And
Don't
so,
stab everybody immediately.
yeah.
Wait 5 minutes.
Has everyone here seen Star Trek, like Next Generation, Deep Space Nine
Yeah.
type stuff?
Yep.
And so you're familiar with the Ferengi,
Yep.
like big-eared guys, brown, just really, really obsessed with sort of like money and trade and stuff like that.
Yep.
So a lot of gnomes are kind of like that. You know, everything's negotiable. Everything's sort of like a deal. That's your merchant gnomes. Now you have like engineer gnomes, and they're like nobody understands them ever. But you would typically wouldn't be dealing with those people. And then you have like sorcery gnomes, and that's even more of a mystery because it's very occult, like sorcery gnomes are. So that's kind of like a rundown of gnome culture that like Clancy would know and be able to inform you guys of. And so let me see. This guy's going to get an escort. So, Yep. All right. So he comes back, and beside him is this other gnome. So it's this guy, and he's got a little badger with him.
There's a badger?
Yeah.
Adorable.
Yay.
Yeah.
What's the badger's name? That's all I care about.
You'll have to ask, I guess.
Okay. That's
so-
something Melody would ask.
Yeah, so this guy, and so I'm making it a little larger just so you can get a good look at him. So that's the dude.
The guy
Fang
looks
sees the
very
badger
grumpy.
and hisses.
Yeah. So this guy comes walking up, and
I'll steal that badger.
the guy in the thing says, "This is Gartuk, and he's going to be escorting you to the areas of trade. Make sure you follow any directions he gives you. This is for your safety as much as it is ours.
He's so mad.
And just don't cause a ruckus.
I thank you for your helpfulness, and I'm going to slide him a gold piece.
He puts it and he bites on it and he says, much obliged. Thank you. And I don't know if I caught your name. What was your name, sir?
Clancy.
Clancy, you say? I think I've heard of Clancy before. Yes. Tell me, do you deal specifically with dark elves?
I did for a while. I've had a hard time getting stock lately.
Says, I see. Yes, I think I've heard of you.
That's a delicate way of saying I've already stolen all the people.
Yeah. And then his hatch closes back, and he kind of gets back in line. So then Gartuk says, he kind of looks Clancy up and down, kind of looks over the cart in the group, and he says, well, I'm Gartuk. Who might you be?
I look at the badger and I go, what's this guy's name?
This guy? This is Badger.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
And the Badger just looks at you.
I would like to give the badger snacks.
Roll charisma.
Okay. Anytime it has to do with animals, I'm gonna do something stupid. And I do something stupid successfully. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the Badger, generally reaches his head out and then snatches the snack away and pulls back, and starts munching on it. He eats it down.
Yay!
And it looks like he's happy about it. And Gartuk just kind of looks down, and he says, "Don't be spoiling my Badger now. We don't be giving treats. Don't want him to get all soft. Service animal,
Oh, well, I probably should have asked. I'm sorry.
He says, well, if you're done playing with the animals, come this way. And he starts leading you into the front gates here. And so he leads you around and he says, and what kind of trade would you be dealing in?
Today I need a restock on some goods.
He says, and are those goods, those goods of a savory nature or an unsavory nature?
My line of work, it's always unsavory.
He says, yep, that's what most people come for. All right. So he leads you past all this market stuff.
It sounds like he wants to not be terrible.
Well, he's gonna be not alive. So.
I think this thing's gonna
gonna be
stab you
inside
to
us.
death.
And so he leads you into this walled area, and then he leads you into this sort of
You watch.
structure
I
here.
have gained favor with the badger. It's part of my plan.
And the cart won't fit obviously past into the building. So you pull into the cart and he says, "All right, the trading's in here." And he sort of gestures inside the building.
Sweet. I would like to state this is going to go down like Evolution, where they find that thing in the closet and they're like, "Oh, look how cute it is," and then it turns into a giant mouth and tries to kill you.
Oh,
That's
so
what's
you're
gonna happen,
saying
you know,
you're
dude.
saying that it's only covertly a badger, that it's actually like an interdimensional.
Yeah,
space
you're going to be
demon?
like, "Oh, you guys are so nice," and they're literally going to kill you.
Yes, it's a shade demon
makes
called
sense.
Badger.
So,
I so hope it is.
Do you guys go into the building?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
This is why
So
I'm
yeah,
here.
you go in there and it's sort of like a black market, flea market type of deal. There are some booths and stalls and stuff in there. Some look more permanent and some look pop up. And they're selling a number of things in there. And so Gartok walks in and he says, "All right, well, on this end we got the dust. Everyone wants the dust. It's a popular commodity."
Oh yeah. For a second, I'm like the dust, and I'm like, oh yeah.
And he's like, and then over here we got some slave trading going on down here. If you need a good slave, we got some good slaves. And he says, Down here, we got your forbidden items. Got some forbidden items down here. And
Mist walks away and goes in that direction.
What
Yeah.
kind of forbidden items?
he says, I don't know. I just walk the people around, make sure they keep the peace. And then over here, we got your I don't know. It's the gizmos and the gadgets.
The gizmadgets.
He says he gets the whirly bits.
Get the whirly bits.
I actually like this guy. He seems legit. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
He seems like he hates his job.
But but then he's gonna try to sell me. So there's that.
You know.
Padishar goes to the slave trader.
Okay. Yeah. So the slave trader seems to mostly have children. There's some like minotaur children. There's some dwarven children. There's some Naga children. He's got some like half wolf, half humanoid looking type creatures.
Great
Set the
descendants.
children free.
Huh? So what, Derek?
Gray's descendants.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, so Gray's a werewolf, and these are like a half wolf, half human. They look mostly human. But they have like wolf ears and like some like whatever.
Gray walks by and one of them says, "Daddy," and he's like, "Nope."
Yeah, so I mean, he has a couple of different things, and there's also like one goblin that's not a child; it's fully grown, but it looks like, it just kind of looks sad, and so that's what the slave trader's got. So Miss is looking at the slaves. Where does everyone else go?
No, Mist is in the items. Padishar's at the slaves.
Oh, Powder's a slave. Okay. And so yeah, so the Miss heads over to the items, and there's like some like small weapons. There's some trinkets. There's just some weird stuff. There's like skeletal hands, and shrunken heads and some other weird stuff.
Oh man, he found the voodoo stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the guy like, what's his most powerful magical items, and explain.
Okay, yeah.
Spork.
So
Again, it's a sport.
I hope it is.
With every
So-
bite you take. With
Or
this
look, it's a
fork.
lid. It holds things, and when you open it, goes.
so yeah. So he says the most magical item I've got. I can tell you're a connoisseur of good tastes.
I know what that means.
And he reached down. He reaches in his back pocket and he pulls out this sort of shiny metallic object that looks like a spoon, but it's forked at the end.
Yes!
And he says, "This magical item is what we call a spoon.
God.
It's half spoon, half
Right now.
fork, but not just any half spoon, half fork. Oh no,
Oh,
this one takes any rancid food and makes it like pure again when you dip it into it."
okay.
That's actually pretty cool, but
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
want it.
He says, "Oh no, no. This
keep going.
this has been blessed by like fairies. I mean, it's pretty magical."
That is pretty cool.
I'm
That means
just
it's
gonna
been
look
coated
at
in fairy
him
bones.
as I do this with like 4 coins at once, and they're all gold in my hand. I'm like, I'm gonna go look elsewhere.
He said, "No, wait. Maybe I got something else. Something else you can buy."
This spork.
He
And
says,
then he pulls out another one.
"He says, all right. I got something for you here." So he reaches underneath and he pulls out a case. And the
With
case,
another spork in it.
the case has looks like a severed monkey's hand.
Okay.
Oh god, monkey paw.
And he says, "This is the monkey's paw."
I knew it.
And all the fingers on it, he says, "Look, if you make wishes on this, they come true."
Bullshit.
Why does this remind me of the squirrel paw?
He says, It's not. He says, This was given to me by an ancient shaman."
Is his name Ricky?
He says, "You know Ricky?"
Yes, I do.
He says, "How's that goat bastard doing?"
He's a son of a bitch.
Still
As
a
always.
bastard.
He says, I hadn't seen Ricky in forever.
Most
But
of
yes,
us
yes, I
haven't.
got this from Ricky.
All right, how much?
He says, 4 gold.
Yeah, that's funny. I'll just have Ricky make me one up. We're good friends.
He says, oh no, Ricky didn't make this necessarily. He enchanted it, but it was already imbued with magical power beforehand. It's a one-of-a-kind item.
I'll give you 1 gold.
He says, nah. And he goes to put it back away.
All right, cool.
He says, but you change your mind. You want your wildest dreams granted. It's waiting here for you.
Yeah, I look at him and I'm like, there's always a catch, buddy. And then I just walk off to the gadget table.
Cool. What's Gotran doing?
Looking at see if they have any magical eye patches.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
So let's roll discern realities.
Pull the dice out.
On wisdom, yeah.
On wisdom, you said?
Yeah. All right. So he's like, well, I got this one here, and he pulls it out, and it's like a crimson eye patch with like sort of a gold cross on the front of it, and the gold cross has like an emerald in the center of it, and he says, this one allows someone who's blind to see.
See what?
Just see. Like their eye doesn't work, and they put the eye patch on, and then they can see.
Do you have one that allows me to see heat signatures instead?
He says, I don't have anything like that. Possibly you could modify this one? I don't know.
How much do you want for it?
He says, for an item such as this, I'd sell it to you for a gold.
We'll do it. I give him gold.
All right, he says, deal. And he hands it to you. He says, you know what? And since you didn't want to haggle the price or anything, you know what? I'm going to throw in this bag of peanuts. And he gives you a bag of peanuts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. He says, those are hot toasted nuts.
Oh,
I'm sure they are.
He says, if you like those, my cousin sells them just outside here. You'll see his shop. It says Hot Nuts.
oh, I thought you were going to say that his
salty
cousin's
nuts.
name was Dee's.
I didn't say what his name was.
Okay, well.
And he says, you like these. You go get some more from him, all right? Spread the word.
I put them down the front of my pants.
He says, safekeeping. I like it. What's Gray up to?
Go. What? Fucking hot these nuts. Fucking killing me, man. So dumb. So dumb. It's good.
It'll always be dumb.
I guess I'm gonna go see. Where were we?
Yeah, you're inside this building, and like I said, it's like black market.
I'm just gonna go see what items they have. Just unique items. Simba will come with me.
Cool. So you walk up this booth, and this guy's like, "Hey, I got this monkey's paw. It grants wishes. Would you like to buy it?" And Simba's like, "Pops," and he's still like hungover. He's like, "Why are those heads tiny?" And he's pointing at the shrunken heads.
Because they drank too much. Sorry.
And the guy's like, "Oh, you like the heads, my boy? Yeah, those are the shrunken heads of various different creatures. You know what you can do with those is you can make a nice coin purse out of them, or you can like
What?
you can hollow them out and make a bowl. Yeah, they're great. Great souvenirs. You see this one here. This one says Castle Gnome, so to take a souvenir.
It literally has the name of it. No. fucking do-lock bullshit.
What else do you have?
He says, okay, I got something. Like, everyone wants this. And he reaches into his back pocket.
Why do you still have it if everybody wants it?
He reaches in his back pocket and he pulls it out and he says, it's a spoon, but it's a magical spoon.
What does it do?
Well, if you have food that's gone bad or rancid meat, you can like dip it out with the spoon, and it purifies it, and you can eat it.
That actually doesn't sound terrible.
I give this to you for a low price of
Your
2
soul.
gold. 2 gold.
Is that all you have?
He says, oh, no. He says, here, I got some other stuff. And he reaches down into his glass case, and he pulls out a bone. He's like, I got this bone here. And this bone produces the best umami flavor you've ever had in your life. And it continuously does it. So if you throw this in any pot, boiling water, it'll make it taste savory. And Simba's like, Pops, let's get the bone.
What?
So you got this.
Are you the
the
junk?
magical-
Are you the junk vendor of this entire town? What? You know what? Okay. Okay. All right. What actual useful item other than the monkey paw do you have?
He says, oh, I mean, these are all useful, you know?
Yes, they are useful. We'll take the bone though. But what other item do you
He says,
have?
okay, I see you're a man of taste. I got you. He says, listen,
Amazing.
do you have any slaves, or are you in the market for any slaves?
No,
Whoa.
I don't want any slaves.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not judging. I'm just saying. So I have, and he pulls out a little rack, and he says, I have these collars, and these collars make the slaves like obey you, and you keep them in line. And you know, they're like all different kinds. He has like nice ones and like leather, like just plain looking ones, and he has ones with spikes on them, and he says, so I got
That's sad.
these control collars.
Does one say "Spank me, Daddy"?
I mean, if you wanted to.
So where is the stall?
He says, I got these collars, for control. Perhaps you'd be interested in one of those.
Hold on.
So while he's doing that, Melody, what are you doing?
So, I guess I'll be rolling on discern realities, because you know me, I'm just wandering around the stall trying to find, not necessarily forbidden items, but magical items. Do I come across the dude with the bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, roll some realities.
Or do I come across something better?
Roll
Okay,
your
so,
discern realities.
alright. Gotta remember what I'm rolling on. What do we roll on for that again?
Wisdom.
Okay. So, no, I don't see shit.
So as you're walking through, there's this one guy, and he's like, "Hey, psst, psst,
Oh god.
come here,
Is it
You.
another squirrel paw? I
elf.
swear to God.
Hey, elf, come here."
First of all, he's calling me elf. This can't be good. Yes.
He says, "Yeah, come here.
Okay.
So, kind of a fancy elf, aren't you?"
Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm a very fancy elf.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna get stolen, aren't I?
So listen. I bet a fancy elf like you, has a hard time getting, the right attention. Probably people are too afraid to approach you. I see that. I can see that.
Sure, yes.
He says, cool. So I got something that might interest you.
Yes.
And so he pulls out a rock.
Wait, what kind of rock?
It's a round, slightly ridged pebble. And he says, look, so if you speak the right words of power to this, and he pulls it up and he whispers to it, and the rock starts vibrating. He says it vibrates, and you can use it to, like, you know, massage your joints and stuff.
No, no. We're going the other direction.
You rolled poorly. I'm sorry.
I know.
He's like, no.
No.
And then he just yells up, "Frigid bitch!" as you walk away.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, you can insult it.
Yeah, sure. Obscene gesture.
Um,
Do I roll charisma for that?
sure.
Anti-charisma? Does it hurt his feelings? Does it bruise his tiny ego? Good enough.
He takes the hand and he's like puts it away, and he says L's are all the same as he walks away. And then Clancy, what are you doing?
Clancy has a shopping list.
I
Okay.
bet he does.
What's on Clancy's shopping list?
Well, first I want to go talk to the guy.
Which guy?
The one with the monkey's paw.
Okay. Yeah. So you've been wandering around, sort of observing other people's interactions, and so you get the monkey paw guy. What do you do?
Sir, I hear that you have a monkey's paw.
So, and also Gray's still there, kind of talking with him. And Gray, did you ever decide if you wanted the collars or not?
Yeah.
You
Sure.
want a collar?
Yeah.
What kind of collar do you pick out?
A leather one.
Okay. Okay, so the bone and the collar together, that'll be 5 gold, please.
Okay.
That kind of sounds like highway robbery, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're Ferengi, basically, so yes. You get it, and he says, yeah, awesome. Yep, thank you very much. And he says, oh, yes, so, sir, what is it that you want?
I heard that you have a monkey's paw.
Yes, I do. I have a monkey's paw. It's excellent.
How much is that?
It's 4 gold.
And the collar I just saw you sell him. Do you have more of those?
Oh, yes, he has a whole rack of them. He's like, I have them in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
How much for one in goblin size?
Goblin size one? Let's see. I got this one, and he thumbs through him, and he pulls one out, and it's sort of like gold with like green metallic like leafing on it. And he says, "This one right here, yeah, it's one's a little fancier, but it's smaller. People usually use it for like small but dangerous animals. So this one I can give it to you for 3 gold."
All right. Do you mind if I inspect the monkey's paw?
He says, yeah. I mean, you can't remove it from its case, but you can hold and look at the case if you'd like.
I want to verify that it's an actual monkey's paw.
He says, okay, and he hands you the case.
All right. So I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay.
Detect magic, and I'll lose it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely emanating some magic. The magic seems maybe a little nefarious in nature.
Okay. Cool. I'll take them both.
He says, okay, all right. So that'll be that's what, 7 gold? 7 gold.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna head over to the slave stall.
And then, well, he's like, oh, before you go, sir, here, for me, such a good customer, take these nuts.
Take these nuts.
Yeah, and he gives nuts to like Gray. He's like, Gray, take these nuts.
I don't want these.
He says, no, these are
Take
great.
the nuts and put them up to where my lips would be on the mask.
And he says, these are hot nuts. You know, there's a stall outside. You eat these, you like them, you get some more. Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. He says, all right, come back again. Bye-bye.
Goodbye. And then I head over to the slave stall.
Yeah. Miss, what are you up to now?
I am looking at the whirligig technology
Okay.
table.
Yeah, so they have a lot of things that you've never seen before, so you don't necessarily understand what they are. So do you ask questions, or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna be like, explain some of this.
Yes. Welcome to Dinks McGinks. This is where we sell all the technological wonders of the Gnomish kingdom. And by all, I mean the ones they'll let us have. He says, "Here we go. Here's one right here. This is an automatic mouth cleaner," and it's like
This is getting more and more disturbing as we go.
it's got a like a rod with some bristles on the end of it, and it like oscillates back and forth. And he turns it on and he goes, "Meh." He says, "Yes, you put this in your mouth, and it makes it all clean. It's all the rage in the upper crust." Yes.
How many things do they have that vibrate? That's my question.
That's
a lot, apparently.
Well, so vibrating,
Not
vibrating,
everything vibrates.
vibrating is a pretty like it's not a well used technology, and so it's a pretty like
Oh, okay.
it's a newfangled thing. So everything they have, like they have all kinds of things that vibrate. He says,
Like,
"Yes,
here's a vibrating
it's
rock
an
for the
excellent
person
tool."
that never has any privacy.
I'm gonna pass on the mouth cleaner. What else?
Yes,
you
yes. Well,
Oh no! As soon as you go crazy, you have plenty of privacy.
he says,
That's
"We have
true.
this here," and he has
That's
he
true.
has a box, and he says, "It's pretty funny. Here, press this button on the top."
got? I press the button.
Yeah, and so it looks like a small treasure chest, and it pops open, and the little teeth come out of it, and it's like goes chop 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 chop.
Oh my god.
And he says, "Ha! Yeah, it's a mechanical mimic. Pretty cool, huh?"
I actually chuckle at that, and I say, yes, it's quite funny. Anything actually useful.
Oh, yes. Well, okay. All right. So, all right. I got this. It's kind of neat. And so he pulls out like it's like a disc, and he says, "So this here, well, if you ever get into scuffles, this is pretty popular. You can attach it to something." And so he pulls over like a little sack. It's got some like grains or something in it, and he like goes, he slaps on the thing, and he presses the button in the center. He says, "Just wait," and it ticks. It's going, tick, 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 tick. And then like it goes shing, and like several spikes come out of the back of it and puncture the bag, and then they retract and it just falls off, and then the bag just starts spilling forth grains. He says, "It's a time-release dagger."
That's fucking cool. I'll take that and the baby mimic thing.
Cool. Yeah. Now, I'm sorry to tell you, but like, these are a little on the expensive side. Gadgets and this kind of tech are only available here in the Gnomish capital. So, some people don't understand, the price of ingenuity and innovation. But, you look like, pretty upstanding, fellow. So I could do 2 gold for the mimic and another 2 for the dagger.
How about 2 for both? 1 each.
Says, "Oh man, that's pretty steep. Listen,
The mimic doesn't do anything. It's just fun.
yes, but it's a technological wonder. You could probably get even more than that for this outside of here." He says,
Well, it won't be sold, I promise.
he says,
And I'll spread the word.
"Listen, I can do 3, and that's as low as I can go."
Okay.
He says, all right. You drive a hard bargain. I mean, you're really taking my shirt on this one, but but I like you.
I don't think so.
I like you.
Appreciate it.
So here you can have these. There you go. All right. And he says, "You know what? Here, I got this. This is a bag of nuts.
God damn it, I knew it.
Take these and try them out. They're pretty good. They're hot nuts. There's a vendor right outside of here. If you like them, you can get more." And he hands you the bag of nuts.
Jeez.
Do you accept?
At least they didn't try to sell you a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What is Padishar doing at the slave booth?
All right, so Padishar is describing his sister and asking if anyone is selling someone like that. But he's doing it in a way that it's like, this is what I'm into and this is the type of thing I want, and not, my sister's missing, I need her.
He says, "Oh no, we don't deal in elven maidens. Certainly not. That's not something we would ever have here."
And I ask why.
He says,
You have
"Well,"
everything else, literally things I've never seen before.
Things
says,
you should never see before.
Right.
he says, "Well, elven maidens can be pretty temperamental and hard to take care of. A lot of maintenance, and Also, there seems to be a shortage. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like
Oh.
seems
Okay.
like there's been some problems going on. So, definitely not something we want to be a part of. Don't want our name tied to that.
So outside of game, is Padishar's sister a priestess?
Yes.
Okay.
So, and that's what he says. He says, but would you like some of these,
Hot nuts.
these nice child cubs right here? They're they're ready and primed to go. You could use them to do your dishes, clean your house, or they can perform any number of tasks.
I appreciate your offer, but man, look at me. I'm really wanting an elf, and he just walks away.
He says, you never know till you try something else.
Still walking.
Man, it's just getting creepy.
Yeah.
He's gonna go over to the magical items table now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the same stuff just kind of comes up.
All right. He's going to buy a collar.
Oh yeah. So what kind does he want?
They all do the same thing, right?
Yeah, but they're different. They're made of different materials and stuff.
And they're
Alright,
different
so-
sizes.
He asks how much, if any of the ones are different, or are they all the same price, just different style?
Because yeah, they're all just different styles and different materials. I mean, they range anywhere from 2 gold to 10 gold.
They do all the same stuff, though.
Well, yes, but some I mean, obviously, if you have one made out of mithril, that's a much more expensive material than like leather, right? Some people like their slaves to be adorned in nice jewelry.
I want the cheapest one you have.
He says, yeah, just cheap leather belt, huh?
Yeah, man.
He says, yeah, okay, 2 gold then.
It'll get the job done, right?
So, yeah, I will, definitely.
Yeah, cool. There you go.
He says, all right, here you go. He says, oh, yes, and also, please
Hot nuts.
take a bag of hot nuts.
And he looks
Are
at it
they-
and goes, "Holy shit!" He's like, "My ferret's allergic to that thing." He just gets back. He's like, "No, thank you. No, thank you."
He says, well, the ferret doesn't have to eat them. You can have them, sir.
He can't even be around him, man. I ate one of those one time, and he turned into a fucking balloon.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too, because those things are delicious. I like salty nuts.
Yeah. He says, well, what about this? How about this? At the same booth, they're selling these. They're like I don't know. They take potatoes and they slice them real thin, and then they like fry them up and they get crispy. And so I got some of these seasoned. I don't know. They're like it's like you chipped off a piece of potato chip, something like that. I don't know. It's a seasoned potato crisp. Would you like that?
Neat. Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. He has like a small handful of them. He's like, here, take these. Same stall.
Thank you.
Same stall, right out there.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. We just lost Mist.
Oh no. Did we?
Goodbye.
I lost him. You guys see him?
No. It's
No.
seeming
Hold on.
more and more like we should just not destroy this entire capital.
So all right.
All because of the nuts?
So does anyone else do anything else while you're in there?
Well, I'm gonna go buy a slave.
Okay.
Con-
Right.
Considering that I don't want to buy a vibrating rock, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Or child slavery. Jesus.
Yeah, not buying that.
Just
either.
trust in the system.
So yeah, Clancy, you walk over to where the slaves are, and the guy says, "Well, hello, sir.
Wonder if
Hello?
we just have
Could I
children,
interest you in a
but-
slave today?"
Yes, I'm curious. Why is that goblin so sad?
He says, "Oh, well, we have to keep him sedated. You know how goblins can be. So we keep him on a steady regimen of calming herbs, to keep him docile."
Chloroform. Got it.
How much are you
Medieval
looking at for
court.
that?
For the goblin,
Yes.
he kind of looks at him. He says, I've had this guy a long time. I'm almost a little attached to the little dude."
Seems a little hard to sell.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you what. You make me an offer.
I'd be willing to give you 35 gold.
35 gold. It's a deal, sir.
All right. I give the man 35 gold.
He says, I mean, for 35 gold, you could have any one of these slaves.
No, the goblin will do.
He says, if that's what you want, then here you are. And he hands you the goblin. The goblin has like a collar around him, and it's on like a chain leash.
I'm gonna put my new collar around him.
Okay. He says, you know what? I'll throw in a bag of the medicinal herbs, and he kind of walks around back and grabs a little bag, and he throws like some herbs and stuff in there. And he says, "Here you go. This should be good for about a month. Just, tear off one leaf of the herb a day and feed it to him, and he'll remain in this state."
That's so sad.
Nice. All right. I'm then going to tell the goblin to walk behind me, and then I'm going to try and find a more secluded location.
Okay. The goblin
I don't like where this is going.
The goblin just looks up at you, and then puts his head back down and just kind of follows behind you.
Okay. So, gonna find somewhere a little ways away from people.
Are you leaving the building?
No, I'll remain in the building.
It's a pretty busy building, but all right. So while you're looking around,
or you know what? I'll take him and hop in the cart. That'll be secluded enough.
So yeah, as you go to the exit of the building, then where's his name? Gartuk. Gartuk is he's standing at the entrance of the building, and as you walk towards it, he's like, "Where are you going?"
Heading to the cart. I need to retrieve some more funds.
He says, "All right."
Then I'm just gonna step into the cart, tell the goblin to hop in with me.
As you hop in, Gartuk looks over at the badger and he says, "What do you think he's gonna do, that goblin?" And the badger looks up and like chitters a little bit, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what I think too."
Cool. So now that I'm in the cart with the goblin, I'm gonna pull the monkey's paw out and hand it to the goblin.
No!
Cool.
Yes!
And then I'm going to tell the goblin to recite my words verbatim.
So, hold on. So let's. I mean, do you speak Goblinese?
I couldn't tell you. Probably not, but doesn't matter. He just has to speak my words, and he can already understand me if he was able to follow me.
Yeah. Okay. Roll on charisma to see how well you like enunciate that he'll do the same essentially. Yeah, great. All
11.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So he kind of looks up at you and he just sort of nods.
I go, I wish that all of the gnomes in a 1 mile radius did not exist.
I cannot believe you just Thanos snapped him. Holy shit!
I mean,
Well, it was either that or we try to persuade them to stop selling drugs. That's not gonna
Holy
happen.
shit, Danny!
So
That's genius. This works.
the monkey's paw
I mean,
starts sort of like shaking in his hand, and then it like
Shit.
one of the fingers just starts slowly curling closed, but it stops like midway, and you can see like the goblin. He starts like getting emaciated and like stuff's being drawn out of him, and it seems like it's like flowing into the monkey's paw itself, and then he just sort of becomes like almost like a beef jerky gnome and like falls to the ground, and the monkey paw falls beside it, and you feel like a magic rumbling in the air, and then you guys that are inside, about 10 feet into the doorway, any gnome that's within that radius just disappears. And so outside in the park where you're at, similar thing. So in about a 20-foot radius from where the cart is, all the gnomes sort of just like just disappear. And you see a lot of like confused gnomes. Everyone's like looking around like, oh my god, what's going on? And even inside the building, like, yeah, people start freaking out, and there's like a lot of panic now because some gnomes have disappeared.
Some gnomes?
Yeah,
Yeah, shouldn't that have been all the gnomes?
He said all the gnomes.
he did. Well,
Imagine-
all the ones, because you just saw some sort of at the entrance sort of disappear. So, I mean, out of player, I mean, what's happening here, right, is the monkey's paw takes the power of the user to grant the wish. If there's not enough power, it can't grant the wish fully.
Cool. In that case, I grab the monkey's paw,
Okay.
and I say the exact same thing.
Roll
Hey,
to
Well,
me and you
Clancy's
both
dead.
talked about this. I can control basically all of the magics.
Okay, roll defy danger for me on I guess
It was nice knowing you.
your magic stat.
Yeah, I was like, is this gonna be another dead character?
This is why Mist didn't buy monkey's paws, because he knows about those. I knew there was a fucking catch.
Well, I guess it's good
11.
that Melody didn't, because Melody would have just fucking
Cool.
raw dogged
So
it and been like, I'm gonna make wishes!
you're holding the paw, and then the second finger starts to close, and you feel it drawing magic from you, and even life force, and it starts drawing more and more and more, and you're able to
As
discern.
it's happening, I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Well, you discern. I mean, you rolled an 11, so you know what's going on. But you discern well enough to know that, like, if you keep holding on to it, it's going to kill you.
Well, I've got to at least clear this. I doubt it's a mile wide, but
All right. So it keeps
I'm
drawing.
gonna push it all the way down to 1 health.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's pulling, and you fall to your knees, and you're you can feel that you're down to like your very last like bit of health, and then do you drop it?
Yep.
All right. So you drop it to the ground, and the finger gets like 3/4 of the way closed. So then a lot of gnomes start disappearing. Just the gnomes where you guys are at, they disappear, and it seems like you've definitely got a lot of gnomes have gone away. So any gnome that you can kind of see right where you're at is gone, Gartuk included. Now,
I start taking all the stuff, putting it in my pants.
hold on now. So
Yes,
there's
Loot goblins!
there's some weirdness. So there are a few gnomes that don't go away, right? So first of all, obviously the slaves, they're not gnomes, they don't go away. But the gnome who is doing the magical items, that dealer, he doesn't go away. And there's another gnome who's like browsing, who doesn't go away. And so there's still 2 gnomes left in this building.
Well, I leave the rest up to you guys.
And Clancy's
So
like,
the one that
Take a nap.
sold the monkey paw and all that shit didn't disappear?
no.
No.
The one that sold
Okay,
the
I'm
monkey
gonna
paw
walk
and the
back
one that's
over to
browsing.
the mechanics one for Mist, and I'm gonna grab a couple more of those baby mimics.
So well, hold on. So the one that didn't disappear, he looks around and he's like, "Oh shit!" And so he reaches up to his chest, and you see him sort of like, feel and sort of like grab something beneath his shirt, and then he's like, and he sees you guys, and he's like, "Did you do this?" And he's yelling at you. So it's you guys, and then there's one other like lone gnome in the building, and that's a human. And the human's also looking around like pretty surprised. I assume you guys are looking surprised.
Yeah, we're looking surprised.
yeah.
A bunch of fucking gnomes just
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
While I have a second, I'm gonna telepathically tell Simba what I just did.
Because Simba's like, "Pops, oh my god, what happened? Where did all the gnomes go?" And then he's like, "Hold on." Clancy.
That makes sense, yeah.
But then it doesn't take long, and you start hearing like a sort of like a siren noise. It goes, and that's what's happening, right? So there's a siren noise. There's the 2 gnomes left in there. What are you guys doing? I mean, you said you're clearing out some stuff.
Yeah, after I took more of those baby mimics, I'm gonna go over to that guy that grabbed his chest. I'm gonna
Oh.
pickpocket that shit off him.
But as soon as you walk up, he's like, "You stay back! You stay back!" And he backs up, and he reaches under the counter and grabs what looks like a blunderbuss and pulls it out. And he's like,
Can I hit him in? I mean, are we
Then I'm
all-
gonna
we're
rush him, and I'm still gonna pickpocket him.
"Say." And what were you saying, Derek?
So we're all in the area, right?
Yeah, you're all inside that building, except for Clancy
I
now.
want to hit him in the back of the head with the flails.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's in his stall, like, and he backs up to the back of his stall, you know, and he's got the gun pointing out. So and
I
Mister,
try to hit his gun with my flails.
okay, well, so both you and Mister are gonna try and get to him. Let me get you both to roll Defy Danger with Dexterity then.
Dexterity.
Yep, that happens. I
Whales.
absolutely get him.
Okay, well, it doesn't really matter what
Yeah, 2d6 on your dex.
I roll.
Yeah, so he fires the blunderbuss off, and Mist, you manage to, like, I don't know, like wall jump, you know, over the blast. Gotron, you take it to the face, for sure. And so you take 6 damage as you get shot in the face by the blunderbuss, and it knocks you back a little bit.
Yep.
And so, Mist, you reach the guy, and now you want to attack him.
No, I want to snatch whatever the fuck he touched under his chest.
Okay, so I guess
I got a pickpocket. It's
Yeah.
with Dex.
Mysteries.
It's happening. It's mine.
yeah. So you reach down his shirt and pull out an amulet, and so it's sort of like a gray stone, and then it has like
By the power of grace.
a metal ring around it that has like some runes
It's the
carved
vibrating
into it.
stone.
And as soon as you like chip away with it, he's like, "No, give that back! What are you doing?"
And I'm like, everyone disappeared but you. Obviously, this is worth a lot of money. It's mine now. And I stick it in my pouch.
So he pulls out the blunderbuss and is going to attempt to shoot you again.
Cool.
So roll another Defy Danger on Dex.
Nope, not touching.
Yeah, and he totally misses. He just like blows a little hole like in the roof as he's aiming and firing. So the other gnome that's in the back of the building, you see him like duck out a back door. He bolts, and then the human that's in there is still just sort of like, what's going on? And then he starts like raiding whatever booth he's at, trying to like grab stuff.
Loot,
Yeah.
loot.
So what are the rest of you doing? Melody, what are you doing?
So, can I roll on discern realities and see if I see something cool to take?
Sure.
Yeah, I do. What do I get?
Cool. You see over the gadgets table, there's like what looks like just a metal staff, but you can kind of see that there's something else going on with it. So when you go to inspect it, you grab it and you feel a button on it, and when you press the button, it turns into a bow, and then you press the button again, and it reforms into a sword, and then if you press the button again, it turns back into a rod.
Multi-weapon. Got it.
That's pretty sweet.
On a separate note, Padishar is letting all the slave kids out of their cages.
Yes, that makes me happy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Because he
when
hates caged things.
when he opens the cage,
I almost forgot about that. So
when he
I'm
opens the
glad you
cage,
did.
they don't go anywhere.
I still open them all.
Yeah. They are all
And I
wearing.
say, flee, you fools.
They all
The
are wearing
collars.
collars. Yes.
Then I take them off too.
Yeah. Okay.
How many are there, by the way?
Let's say there's about a dozen.
All right, I'm going to toss all dozen of those to Mist because I can't carry all that.
The collars.
Yeah, the control collars.
Okay.
The children.
Yeah. I was like, toss the children to this. That's
Not
weird.
the kids, the collars.
So yeah, so when you take the collar off, it's almost like they're coming out of a fog, and there's like, and they don't all speak like common, but like the ones that do are kind of like, where's our parents? Where are we?
That makes me so sad.
Run, children, run!
They say, where did we go?
Anywhere but here.
Let's adopt the children.
So they
Aw.
so you just tell them to run out the front door.
Yeah, I point them at the door to free
Okay, yeah, so they run out the front door,
And is
and
they gonna be passing by the cart?
yeah, they are passing by the cart.
Cool. I'm gonna like hear them and be like, "Get in the cart." Shit.
Oh
Uh,
no! This is
roll
not
charisma,
better.
creepy man in a cart.
With free falafel spray painted on the side. It all came full
12.
circle.
Yeah. So you
I'm
managed.
still a zany character.
So you do manage to get the ones that speak common at least. So there's at least 7 of them that speak common. The like the minotaurs, the dwarves, but like a couple of the naga, and there's also one like frog child. They run past. Don't know what's going on, so they run out the door. The like the entrance to that little plaza.
This is making me sad.
And
That's fine. Nagas are strong. They can handle themselves.
so Clancy,
Okay.
you hear it sounds like a rat-a-tat, like a tat-tat-tat-tat-tat, and then you hear like screaming.
Why would you do that?
Here we go. Ah. So, I'm just gonna cast a spell and cure wounds on myself.
Okay, yeah, do that.
'Cause I hurt. 8. Whatever. Cure moderate wounds is 2d8. Okay. Okay.
So all of the gnomes in these things didn't disappear.
Not all of them.
Then I'm gonna tell the kids to stay hidden in the cart. I'm gonna get out and start looking around, I guess. Keeping an eye out.
Cool. You also hear the sound like it's like a ka-chunk, 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 and you hear that sort of all around outside the plaza.
That's the mech suits.
I'm
Cool.
gonna start fire to the stall before I go outside.
I'm gonna tell Simba the mechs are coming.
Will he know what that means?
Yeah.
Look it.
So yeah, I mean, Simba's like, mechs? What are mechs, Clancy?
The big spooky things outside are coming.
He says, oh, what should we do?
I need you to tell Melody to get in the cart.
He's like, hey guys, and so he's trying to round all you up. He's like, Pops, get everybody together. Clancy says the giant scary metal monster things are coming.
Oh, Jesus, that's
Huh.
actually terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
I did start a fire, right?
Yeah, we can pause it. You start a fire.
Fantastic.
So I mean, fires take a hot minute to spread, but yes, you start.
Don't
a fire.
care. We'll be here fucking around for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Hopefully it burns this place down.
Yeah, I mean, things kind of start to catch on fire, and the human's like, "What are you doing? Stop!" No one talks to the human at all.
Nope.
So he goes over and he takes a blanket and he's trying to start to put out the fire you started.
I grab him by the throat.
He's like, what are you doing?
I'm like, leave it alone or die.
He's like,
And I throw him on the ground.
we might all die anyways. And he falls on the ground and he goes, oof. He's like, what is going on? Did you do this?
I did not.
He says, man, I didn't want to die today.
Then don't run out the door, man.
He says, I don't know what's out there. They're gonna think I did this. These gnomes don't trust other races.
Then you shouldn't have been here yet.
No,
Get
after Goddard
gone.
says that, I'll be like, look at him. They fucking hate these dwarves. They're going to blame him, not you. You're fine.
He says, you know what? Yeah, you're right. The dwarf did it. The dwarf did it.
I grabbed the nuts in my crotch and I suck it action.
He says,
The hot peanuts.
he's like, whatever. And then he like runs off to the back of the building.
Nut projectile, no thanks.
So, yeah. So, like I said, you still hear the noises outside. You got the kids in the cart there, Clancy. What are you doing in the cart with the kids, Clancy?
Telling them that they have to stay in the cart.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, Simba, where's Melody? We need her.
Someone's like, Melody, Clancy says he needs you.
Okay, where's Clancy located?
He's in the cart.
All right, thank you. I go to the cart.
All right, Padishar is also running towards the cart.
All right. So you guys get out there, you get to the cart. So now what?
Melody. If there's any a time I needed you to be insane.
Where are we directing the insanity?
I need you to hold this monkey's paw.
Wait!
Repeat after me. Listen, it requires power, and she's got the black goose power. Best bet.
I mean, it'd be the best bet to get rid of the black goose. That's
Otherwise,
what
we're
would
gonna have to
happen.
fight an army to get out of here.
All right, so what am I saying?
I need you to say, I wish.
I wish
Every other gnome that's around here.
gnome in the general vicinity or around here, yeah,
Yeah, in like the 1 mile radius. Didn't exist.
didn't exist.
So
And then I'm gonna begin casting Cure Wounds on her.
the monkey's paw, just like it sits there, and it doesn't do anything.
Padishar says, that didn't work. So you're the one that did that. Why don't you make these big metal monstrosities go away?
Or no, actually, you know what? No, I'm sorry. That's wrong. It closes real quick. Drains just a very tiny bit of power from Melody. And
It makes one dude go away.
then it's over.
The dude.
Sorry. Yeah, it's my bad. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna look outside of the cart and see if I still hear things.
And then yeah,
Oh,
you still have the ka-chunks.
We need to get out of here. I feel like we've dealt a serious enough blow to slow down their production. And that's all we were here for, so let's please go now.
That's not all some of you are here for.
Saying, aren't we supposed to kill them all?
Well, Padishar's not leaving without his
Yeah, but
his sister, I don't believe.
his sister wasn't there.
Okay.
Not in the market.
Well, not in the market.
You've seen exactly this much of this place.
Oh, well,
All right, fair.
sure.
In that case, new plan.
Well, it
Simba
shouldn't
needs
matter.
to take this cart and fly it outside.
Well, it shouldn't matter
Fly it?
because half of everything else that should be all in here shouldn't even exist.
There are probably a lot of dead gnomes in there, yes. Or not dead gnomes, no gnomes. But
Yeah,
Non-existent gnome.
clearly some gnomes who still exist.
We need to get these kids outside, and then we can trash the rest of this place.
So
As dragons,
Yeah,
right,
I
Simba?
thought-
High five.
so
Can
it's
I
like,
come see
yeah.
how eye patch can be tuned to see other things besides just sight, boring normal sight?
Yeah. So you need somebody with some enchanting power probably to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, you could try and like get Clancy and Melody to combine their powers and possibly do something. And if they both roll amazing, they might could do something for you.
That might be cool. What do we roll
Okay,
on?
let's try.
Nope, the black goose is gonna go inside your eye socket. It's
Yeah.
gonna kill you.
So yeah, do you approach them
Okay,
and
good for
ask them
next.
basically like, hey, can you do something with this?
Yeah. See if
Right.
we can't change it to see.
What are we rolling on?
Yeah. I mean, roll on.
Magic.
Let's roll on intellect, both of you,
Aw.
for basically because you're solving a problem.
You
With
two
magic.
are basically
Not
But
even
that's
close.
not.
right now.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's see.
I'm still very injured.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Clancy failed. So Clancy's trying to do stuff, and you're trying to help. And mostly, you just stop Clancy from blowing you up, blowing both of you up.
Okay, cool. So I keep him from killing us.
Yeah.
Nice.
But the eye patch is still intact, but nothing's really been changed about it. So after a few minutes, you hear, and it almost sounds like an amplified voice, and it says, "Anyone left in the market, please exit."
No.
We can tell that you are in there. If you come out peacefully, you will not be harmed.
I don't believe that. But I'm not already outside, so it doesn't matter.
You're not outside the square though. You haven't exited like this part because the cart's still in here with you guys.
Simba, I think we need to do kung fu and double dragon this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna. All right. So what is it? It's this guy, and these 3 dudes.
There's 5 surrounding you right now. That's based on what you can hear.
All right. Mist is gonna scale the wall this way.
Okay. And just denote that that's all fire inside. That's gonna eventually burn through that. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stay there. I'm just going up the wall.
So yeah, just dex your way up there.
Yeah. Dex it up. Bye.
Yeah. So I mean, you get up there. It takes you a little bit longer than you wanted, but you get up there.
All right.
So yeah, from up there you can see these 3, these 2, and then there's also another person walking around, but he's definitely like decked out in some stuff. So
Where's he
Oh
at?
shit, kill him. He's got stuff.
Holy crap!
this is what he looks like.
What the fuck?
Good to know
Oh,
we're
I thought
playing
he was
Bioshock.
huge. Never
Yeah,
mind.
he's not. He's gnome size. He's
Sorry,
just decked out.
sorry. I
in
thought he was like
stuff.
Godzilla size when you
So-
first brought him in. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, that's just so you can see what it looks like. That's what Miss sees,
Okay.
and he's sort of wandering in and out, and he's walking. He's sort of patrolling the building. It looks like he's headed towards the front.
Okay. Well, Mist is patrolling the end. His plan is not to mess with these guys. He's going in here to look for Pedishar's sister.
Okay, so you're scaling that wall and trying to get in.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And do you tell anyone else that's what you're doing, or you nope out and everyone just thinks you're abandoning the group?
No. You remember those walkie-talkie rings I got?
Yeah.
Pedishar's got one.
Okay. All right.
So I mean, he knows, but I don't know if he's going to say anything unless someone asks.
Yeah. So Mist just disappears on you guys, and from your perspective, anyways.
At this point, I would expect no less.
And about that time, this guy rounds the corner and he enters in. You can see him just sitting in the door, and he says, "Hey, come on out. We won't hurt you. We're just rounding everyone up. See who's left."
What the hell happened?
He says, "That's what we'd like to know. Afraid I'm gonna have to ask you some questions, but if you come out peacefully, we won't have to come in and extract you."
That sounds terrifying.
That does sound terrifying.
I'm gonna lean over to
Pedishar
Simba.
says, "Why do we have to come out to answer questions?"
He says, "Well, I'm sure you can see that a lot of gnomes just aren't here anymore, and that's
A lot of everybody's not here anymore.
he says that's kind of a problem, and well, obviously our first suspects are going to be people who aren't normally here, outsiders, if you get my drift. May not be you. We got some other outsiders also we've rounded up. We're just trying to get to the bottom of it. If it isn't you, you got nothing
Say
to worry
that's
about."
Bullshit, sir. What guarantees do I have?
I've heard that before.
He says, "Well, you got my word. That's all I can really give you. I understand your
That ain't worth
concern.
much."
I understand your apprehension. But you have to understand from our perspective, this is pretty serious. We just lost most of our people."
That's reassuring. They lost most of them.
How did you guys survive? Be like, how did we survive?
While you're answering the question,
We're
I'll be right
not
back.
entirely
Get some
sure of the
water.
details. All we know is that the only ones seem to be missing are gnomes.
You're a gnome.
He says, "Yeah, that's right. I sure am."
I'm confused.
I'm gonna lean over to Simba and be like, Simba, do you think you can actually lift this cart safely and take it out of here?
He says, I mean, no. I could get like a couple of people, but a whole cart? That's a lot."
Okay. Well, do you think you could get all of the children? They are small.
I don't know if we had a big enough bag, maybe. Because you got like I don't know, like I said, about 7 kids.
Yeah. How many do you think you could carry?
He says, I mean, I could probably carry 3 or 4 at least.
Okay. In that case, what we need to do is when we get the chance, turn into dragons, and me and you will carry the kids out of here.
He says, where are we gonna go?
We'll drop them off with the old dude, and then we'll come back and fuck shit up.
He says,
Old dude?
and you think they're just gonna let us leave?
Well, hey, Gray. Can you provide a distraction? By distraction, I mean murder.
So
Can't just randomly
on
kill
Twitch, the Bubble Barn says, "Fuck shit up sounds fun." So you know, the audience has spoken.
Got it! Roll for the black goo.
I mean, do you want to do that while you're just in close proximity to all of your people?
Probably not. Yeah, that's probably not a good
Yeah.
idea.
All right.
If the
So
rest of you can fight it out while we get the kids out.
someone says
That would be
Pops, what do you think I should do?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Time to turn into a werewolf. Voila!
Hey, roll for it.
This is a terrible idea.
I just look around and I'm like, just say the word, guys, and I'll go. But
I'm gonna be honest, this has worked out a lot better than I was expecting.
Oh, what are we rolling? 2d6?
Yeah, on your Constitution, I think, wasn't it?
I think it is. Oh, Jesus. Where is...
Click the buttons. Click the buttons.
I'm clicking the buttons. Ah, okay. Yeah, I almost made a mistake in rolling there. That's what I thought. Yeah, that absolutely is the worst roll I could have possibly...
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So nothing happens.
So yeah, you go to change into a werewolf, and I don't know.
Strain and poop on myself.
Yeah, you poop your pants. That's right. There we go. You poop your pants. Yeah, for sure.
That,
So, Gottrin, what are you doing?
that's a no-go on that one.
I'm looking through the magical stuff to see if there's anything that looks kind of explosive-like or blowing up. So if I need to roll on for that.
Let's see
You
what
roll
items I have.
Discern realities. Just roll your wisdom. See if you can't
On
find something.
wisdom?
Yeah.
Meh.
Yeah. So you find as you're rummaging around, you find some like just normal everyday bombs. They're not like wide radius or anything. So you find like 3 of them.
Alright. I put them down my pants with the peanuts.
So you have this giant like weird bulge in the front of your pants.
It's
So
perfect.
my question is,
I'm
I'll wait
happy to
until
see everyone.
Yeah.
I'll just wait until it's my turn, and then I'll ask which ones are the most dangerous looking, like which ones are controlling the biggest pieces of machinery.
Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. What are you doing while everyone's talking and having debates and figuring out what they're doing? This guy's starting to walk in now. This guy with the like drill arms and stuff. So this guy, he's walking through the entrance, and he's walking in, and his drill starts rotating, and he says, "All right, if you want, we can do this the hard way."
How close is he to us?
He's just entered the door, so I mean, he's probably your card's probably pulled up near the entrance, so he's maybe like, 20 feet away from you.
Okay, because my question, no, because it's just water. Never mind. I was seeing if I could boil the fuel inside of his barrel, but it has to be water. Okay.
All right. So what are you doing? Nothing.
I'm going to use my boil water ocarina to boil the water in his body.
Okay. I mean, you have to get kind of closer to him for sure.
Sure,
Okay.
but I'd have to roll to find danger to get to him, wouldn't I?
Yeah. So do 2 rolls for me. Do a dex roll for getting in, and do a charisma
Okay,
roll.
well, which one of the enemies is near me? How about that?
He's the closest thing to you. Everything else is like outside the area.
Okay, so Dex to get to him then.
Yeah,
which
and
is
play
the-
and they have a charisma for your playing ability. So you're running and playing.
I get to him. It
Okay.
just takes a minute.
Yep.
And I play enough that he's at least uncomfortable.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, roll me.
It damages him, but
yeah.
it doesn't.
Yeah. Roll me like a D10 of damage.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'll take that. Three.
Okay. Yeah.
He's
see,
a little itchy.
Yeah. See, you can see he's feeling discomfort. But like, not all of his body even has water in it because he's cyborgish. So yeah, you can see he's just like twitching his head and he's like trying to shrug off like something. And he's like, "Oh God, why is it so hot today?" As he's like walking towards you guys.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Clancy.
Slight discomfort.
What are you Simba trying to do here?
I'm prepping Simba for once they're sufficiently distracted. We're gonna turn into dragons and fly these kids out of here.
Okay. So Simba's like, so when are they gonna be distracted?
Well, Melody, go out there and do the thing.
Cool.
What thing are we doing? Are we doing the fireball
Magic
thing?
black thing.
Okay, all right.
All right. So you're doing that. Back to Mist real quick. So
Here we go.
Mist, you've made your way like at least to the top of this building here. What are you doing?
I am going to. I mean, really, I'm just gonna start running. I'm gonna try to get inside and start running around to see if I can't find
Okay.
her sister.
So as you're going over the top of the building, and I guess trying to get down to the other side, can you roll a defy danger with Dex for me? As you're running over the wall, you catch out the corner of your eye just in time an arrow, and you stop, and it just whizzes right by your face, and so you can see standing atop this tower over here, and I'll make her big just so you can see what she looks like. You see this figure?
Spooky.
Okay.
It's Lady Mist.
And it's a weird looking little gnome character, but yeah, you can tell like that's where the arrow came from. And she looks down at you and she says, "Where do you think you're going?"
I just jump off the other side and keep going.
Cool. She says, "It's gonna be that way, is it? Don't worry, I'll come for you." And you hear her laughter trail off as you continue down. So when you get down there, there isn't like an entrance to this building. It is closed, obviously. So are you looking to try to get in?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna open it.
Okay, I guess pick locks.
Yep. So on a 7 to 9, I do it. But you get to choose between suspicion, danger, or cost.
Okay. So when you do it, you get it open, but like unlocking the mechanism makes a really loud noise. It's a sort of a chunk that echoes throughout the building.
Okay.
And when you open the door, it
Crunchy.
kind of creaks. It goes, which just because there's not a lot of people around and not a lot of noise in this area. It's really loud.
Okay.
And then you head in, right?
I don't care. I push through and go.
All right. So yeah, you head in. You start exploring. Coming back outside. So Melody, you're looking to like go out and do the crazy stuff.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So do you just run towards the guy with the drill?
Not
Yep.
a good idea.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're looking to coax out the evil, huh?
I was told to do the thing. Let's do the thing.
Roll charisma.
All right. Oh,
So
He's not happy.
what I see, what I'm seeing here is you run and you leap, expecting it to come out, and it says no, and then well actually, you fall right on the drill.
Oh God.
Yeah. And
Not like this.
it does 8 damage.
Fuck.
And yes, the bubble barn says you got drilled, and you sure did. It's first good drilling Melody's had in a while. Anyways,
Not wrong.
so yeah, the drill just tears through like the side of you and throws you off to the ground, and you start bleeding there on the ground. And he just looks puzzled and looks down at you and he says, "Well, that was dumb.
And then me and Simba go.
Thanks for the help. I don't know. Okay, so I guess roll for your polymorph.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Simba changes, you change. Are you guys still inside the cart?
No, I would have all the kids pile on my back and then jump out the tent before I change.
Okay.
Hopefully, Simba would do the same.
All right. Yeah, so you guys change. Dragons. And as soon as it happens, I mean, obviously the guy with the drill is like, "What the?" And we cut away. So you guys turn into dragons and you start just like flying into the air.
Yeah.
Right. So as you're lifting up, can I get you to roll a defy danger with Dex, please? And I'll have Simba do the same.
No shock there.
Yeah. Let's see what Simba gets. Come on, wrong direction. Wow, and Simba does no better. That's unfortunate.
This is how this always happens.
Yeah.
Even plans that aren't plans still fail.
Right. So, where is this thing at? Nope. There we go. So as soon as you guys start lifting up in the air, what looks like a beam of light shoots out and hits you first, and then another one hits Simba, knocking you both down out of the air. And you guys both fall, sort of like in this little like plaza just behind these things, and you both take 7 damage as it hits you and knocks you to the ground. As you're falling, you can see where it came from, and then walking out of sort of this building right here, you see this thing, so you can get a good look at it. It's this, and like I said, it's exiting this sort of giant steeple building, like the whole front of the building just like open is open, as you can see, falling down, and this thing's standing in its doorway. And the Bill Barn wants you to kill it with fire, but it's made of mostly metal, so good luck with that.
Well, I mean, it's not like that. That's not what we've tried before. In fact, after the black goo failed, I was like, I pulled up my paperwork for Fireball. So.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best person to have been here would be Fiamma.
Yeah.
I know.
Melted down to make new weapons.
Yeah.
So
I do have the multi-weapon.
Yeah. So Gotran, what are you up to? This is all going down. They turned to dragons. They flew up. They got shot down. Melody threw herself on a spiraling drill for some apparent reason. What are you doing?
So,
and you can now see towering over this thing. You know, you can see like the top half of it, you know, from where you're at, from your vantage point down inside the square.
right. I'm gonna go plant some of the bombs that I have underneath some loose cave, like around the door, so if he walks in.
Well, there's already a guy in the door. Like the drill guy is standing, you know,
Right.
inside the door. Now, if you want to try and blow a hole in a wall, 3 bombs might be able to do it.
All right, we'll do it. We'll give him a rude gesture and then grab the bombs out of my crotch and then throw them at the wall.
All right. So roll a dex. Your aim is really terrible.
I can handle 2 balls.
Everyone sucks. We're like the B-rated. group.
So yeah, you go to toss the bombs, but like I said, you're just I don't know. No one played catch with you as a child. I don't know. And so they just kind of go all over the place. Melody, can you roll Defy Danger?
Of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? What am I rolling it on?
Dex.
Of course I am, because that's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah! I have the dexterity of
then-
a fence post.
And then Gray, can you roll Defy Danger for me?
Yes, on what?
Dex.
I ain't dodging shit tonight.
Okay. And then can I get Patashar to roll Defy Danger on Dex as well?
What's his dex?
Gray leaps out of the way and yells, "Parkour!"
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, Mist and Gray, bombs head like in your general direction. You both
Mist.
manage to get out of the way. Melody, you're still dealing with like the whole gaping wound thing, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still like fucking speared on top of
Yeah.
the fucking.
And then
drill stuff.
Gotrin, can you roll?
Thanks a lot.
Can you roll a
know,
d6 for me of damage?
Ominous voices.
So, yeah, Melody, you take 4 damage as the bomb just explodes like basically on top of you.
Okay, that's better than what I. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So, Gray, what are you doing at this point with your dirty pants?
I mean, I jumped out of the way. Which one attacked us?
With your soiled pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the guy with the drill, let's see. This guy here, he's the one, like, attacking your group, essentially. I mean, like, he was just trying to get you guys to come out, and then you started, like, acting crazy. And so, now he's...
I did no such thing, sir. I just had to use the bathroom really bad.
Well, he's headed over towards Gotrin now, because Gotrin threw bombs, and, like, obviously he realizes that's a threat, right? And so he starts making his way over to Gotrin with the drill going. I don't know how well you can tell, but the other arm, it's a flamethrower. So now he's just like, you know, flaring out some flames from the thing to look extra menacing.
Great. Does he not even see me?
Oh yeah, he sees you, but like right now you're not a threat. You're just standing there, right? And you're a little smelly.
A lot of smelly.
I mean, if he's not paying attention to me, I guess I'm going to attack him.
Okay. Yeah, roll for it.
Okay, well, fuck that.
How were you trying to attack him?
I don't think it matters, but
Okay, I mean, yeah, you start running towards him, and he just sees you, and then like he just like whips out the flamethrower and just like douses you with flame.
Shit.
Yeah, and he does D8 of damage. He does 8 damage. Yeah, and it's fire damage, so it ignores your armor. And you're on fire now. You are definitely on fire.
I pull out my trusty infinite water staff and put myself out.
Cool. That's gonna take a minute, but sure, you can start doing that.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do that.
So, meanwhile, and Gottfried, are you like a my bad kind of scenario, or?
I'm just chuckling a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, and Patashar, what's Patashar up to?
Well, all of these things are attacking, right?
Right now, in where you're at, just the guy with the drill is like going after you guys, and he was going after Gottrin until Grey came after him, and he lit Grey on fire, and now he's going back towards Gottrin through the bombs. And because you're just standing there, you're not a threat yet.
Bullshit. He already had to dodge his shit.
You dodged Gottrin shit. Gottrin threw bombs, and you were like, ah.
Oh, that's true. I'm gonna not
We're a special group.
do anything.
Okay.
Can I start attacking him?
Well, he's coming after you. We'll come back though, and so this is all everything's happening at once. So we're gonna go back out to the courtyard real quick. So Clancy, you and Simba and the children, actually, you know what? Let me roll damage on the children because you fell from the sky.
Oh
with
no!
them.
Don't roll damage on the children.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They had me
Ugh.
because in their
Them
fall.
kids fucking dead.
Yeah, they're not doing well, right? They're definitely bruised, based on broken bones and stuff.
Oh, not
so,
the babies.
when you fell, these things kind of like made to surround you a little bit, surround the two dragons, and they've pointed sort of what look like gun-looking things from their arms at you, and you hear a voice on and says, "Remain calm and do not move, and no more harm shall come to you." What do you do?
Too fucking bad, and I'm gonna put my head through the wall.
Well, so like you're trying to go through this wall here into
Yeah, I'm
further
gonna
in.
try to bust through whatever fucking wall I can to get out of here.
Because
I'm about to die.
They're surrounding you on the sides. I mean, walls are roll on strength, I guess.
Should I get bonuses to that since I'm now a dragon?
You can take an extra +1. Sure.
Cool, didn't help at all.
Yeah, you just bonk your head on the wall, and possibly give yourself a concussion. Roll damage on yourself.
That doesn't really matter. I die.
Oh no! So you unpolymorph, so because you were a dragon, right? We'll just put you at 1 HP. You're not dead yet, but you're basically nearly unconscious and back in just your regular Clancy form. And someone's like, "Oh no! Fireball!" And he opens his mouth and he goes to shoot out a fireball, and it might happen.
Probably not.
Yes.
It's gonna start glancing
Yes.
on fire.
Kinda.
So he shoots a fireball at like this mech right here, and
Midnight's great.
yeah, he does. Talky mushroom.
Shit.
Yeah, he definitely blows one of the legs off and it falls over.
Nice.
And it's just sort of like twitching on the ground. And he sort of like scoops you up, and like gets like his, he gets like 3 of the kids in his mouth, and he just like starts making a break for it to try and like get over this wall over here. And he goes to like fly away or like jump over the wall, and he does. He gets over the wall. A blast comes off, hits him in the tail. He takes 3 damage as he's going over, but he does manage to get over the wall with you and so 3 of the kids. And he's just like running off into the trees, holding you guys. So
seeing this happen, like the shit going down, Padishar has changed his mind.
Well, Padishar wouldn't have seen any of that because that's happening outside of the wall.
No, I'm saying everything that's happening right now, like
Okay.
everything I can physically see.
Okay.
He's changed his mind and he would like to start killing things.
Okay. All right. So what does he do?
He's got a move called Blot Out the Sun. If you recall, Padishar has a bow.
Yeah.
And I've got like 50 arrows here, and Blot Out the Sun says, when you use volley, you may spend extra ammo before rolling. Each point of ammo spent, you may choose an extra target, roll 1, and apply that damage to all targets.
Okay.
So, I'm going to assume that I just see this one guy, right?
Right. And you can see this giant thing, towering, above the wall.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'm gonna use 2 ammo at once, and I'm going to use Blot Out the Sun to hit this guy.
Okay.
And that is on Dex. So roll on that. That's a works. It's a 7.
Okay.
So I'm gonna fire it into the sky, and the bow, Mike. I know it's been a long time, but it's an ivory bow.
Yeah.
And it says all arrows that are shot from bow cause poison damage ongoing 1d4.
Okay.
So damage is a d8 plus d4. So that's 9 damage for all.
Okay. All right. So let's see. 9 damage, and then okay. So it comes down and it like pierces the armor a little bit. It doesn't go all the way through, but it does like stick into the thing, and you could see like some sparks coming out from where it hit, and you can see like it goes to raise its arm to fire at you, but then like the arm gets like jammed a little bit, so it can't come all the way up. So it seems like it only can fire like near where its feet are at this point now. It can't fire up in the air. So you see that going on. Gottfried, what are you doing?
I'm gonna start hitting the one right there in the gate.
Yeah, the spear, the screw guy.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna start attacking him with my flails and trying to hit him at the knee joints.
All right. Okay. All right.
God, I'm rolling bad. Anyway.
Roll some damage. Six.
+2, pierce 2.
Okay, so 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, I mean, so you're going for the knees.
We're going for the joints. Yep.
Okay.
How dwarves fight giants.
Yeah. Well, you're just trying. I mean, this guy's not like. This guy's essentially the same height as you are.
Oh, but we're hitting him in the head.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm sorry. I thought he was.
No, I mean, I just blew him up so you can see like what he looks like. But yeah, I mean, he's a gnome.
It's
that's
still terrifying every time you enlarge the picture.
he's like a
I'm
gnome.
well,
He's like a gnome cyborg. Yeah.
We're hitting him in the face.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I mean, you hit him right across the face, and you dent in part of the helmet, and he starts bleeding and stuff. But when you hit him, and he goes, and you know, he goes over to the side. He just raises his arm up with the flamethrower and like sprays in an upward motion, and it goes straight up. And you do get caught by some of the flamethrower spray, and you take 4 damage as it grazes you, and you're like your beard's on fire. And so let's see, Melody, what are you doing?
well, I was gonna pull out the fireball, but since Clancy's dying, I'm gonna try to like give him some healy.
So he's like outside the wall. You're gonna have to. I mean, you would have seen him fall out of the air. You don't know what happened after that point. So you'd have to run out of where you're at to go find him, essentially. So you can do that, but you'll need to roll on Dex for basically getting to him in a timely fashion.
Okay, well let's do that. I was gonna heal myself, but he needs it more, so.
Okay.
I'm not dexterous in the slightest.
So I mean, you've got like a hole in the side of you from where like the screw hit you.
Exciting, yes.
Yeah, and then a bomb blew up on you, so you're not in the best shape as it is. Yeah, but you run out of the thing, and you're halted by this like mech unit. This guy, and he's standing around the corner, and he pulls up his little like chomper thing and like grabs you and picks you up. And so now he's just like holding you in the air, and while that's happening, let's go to Mist on the inside real quick. So Mist, you're running through the buildings, and you're checking room to room. I mean, it's a big complex. It's going to take a while. You enter one room, and when you enter that room, you see a guy standing in the center of the room, and he was reading a book. And when you walk in, he just looks up at you, and he says, "Well, who might you be?"
Unless you know where an elfish maiden is, and I say Padishar's last name, which I have no idea, I have no time for you.
He says, "Yes, I know where you might find an elvish maiden."
Okay.
Says,
Where be
That
that?
voice is weirding me out.
"Why don't you follow me? I'll show you the way."
Okay, so when he turns around, I'm gonna touch him with fucking poison to make him tell me the truth.
Okay. Yeah, roll a dex.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah, you get no problem.
And I say, Is she far? Or is she really there?
He says, "Ah, friend. Yes. Well, or is this the one that makes them your friend, or is this strictly the tree?
Yeah, this is the one that makes the friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yes. I will have to take you down into the dungeon to show you where they are."
Fuck. Great, man. Lead the way.
He says, yes, quite. Follow me. And he starts leading you, through a number of corridors, and it'll take some time to get to where you're going, but he is leading you places. So meanwhile, this is all going on, and by this time,
Yes.
the inn is definitely like on the fires for sure. So
Yes.
you
This always happens. At least you
Hey,
have
man.
the fire graphics ready now.
Yeah, and we haven't done it in a while, and like we're supposed to destroy them all. So like this kind of kills two birds, one stone, man.
Yeah. So the
Two
the-
birds, one stone.
the stuff's
all the
definitely
worms,
on
all-
fire. Gray. What are you doing? So Godwin, in front of you, Godwin is just like smash this guy. Melody's run out the front door. Simba's gone. Mist is gone. Padishar is shooting at the giant thing. What is Gray doing?
I mean, I caught myself on fire. Am I still on fire now?
I will pause it by this point in time. You've managed to put yourself out.
You
Okay.
having flashbacks of the dragon cave?
I mean, you could have just put the ring on and then the fire wouldn't have bothered you.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, possibly. I don't know if that would have been a swift action. I am definitely going to put said ring on now so I don't take any more fire damage.
The Aru fire puppy.
Yeah. All right. And what do you want to do while you're pretty? You have time for like an action.
Let me see if I have something in my bag, because unfortunately, I actually need some healing.
Everyone needs healing.
Dad bless it, where is that thing? Okay. Do we have anything in our bag for said item? Oh God, thank God I didn't throw that out. That would have been a terrible idea.
Is it the fairy bomb?
No, it was the thing of oil.
Oh,
No, that's not. It's no,
Slave
never
oil.
mind. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, thank God we didn't throw that out. Nope. No, so somebody needs to heal me, I believe. So I'm gonna put this ring on, and yeah, I need healing.
I said that earlier
There's
and
no
I
one
had
to
a
heal you.
different group. Yeah, I'm currently.
Is
know,
there any
being
gnome
manhandled-
around?
There's no one
Being
around.
manhandled by a
Um,
mech, and Clancy's on his deathbed.
Yeah. Like I said, Goddard's fighting with this drill guy, and that's happening.
I
Is it possible I'm jostled awake by the fact I'm being shaken in the air by a dragon?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, so I mean, he's taking you into the forest, and so while Gray's figuring out what he's doing, we can resolve real quick. Simba's like laid you down on the ground, and he says, "Oh God, Clancy. So look, I've only seen this done a couple of times, but I think I can do it."
Oh no.
And
What the fuck are you about to do?
so
Oh,
he,
no.
he opens his mouth,
Oh
and
God, he's gonna give you CPR and pop you like a
Oh
balloon.
God, it's 4 points.
and he goes to breathe fire, but it comes out like white, and it envelops you, and it feels like a warm shower is what it feels like, and you feel
did he
fairly
pee on him?
Yeah.
fairly
this doesn't
rejuvenated.
sound good.
It's a white fire. It's not
warm
pee
and
at all.
white and never mind.
I
Yeah.
thought he learned healing though.
Hold on.
Pretty
Hold
sure
on.
he learned
Is
healing.
this his healing power? 'Cause it
No,
seems kinda
he-
sus.
And
I know
just-
he learned.
and you recover 10.
They just gave him a cream shower, guys.
Yeah.
I recover 10.
You recover 10 HP.
That'll work.
Pumped him
And-
full of life-giving stuff.
And then the white flame goes out, and he's like, Did it work? Clancy, are you okay? Are you okay? And he starts shaking you as he's still a
Oh,
dragon.
God.
He's like, you okay, Clancy? Clancy, are you okay?
Ah, God, yes, stop.
He's like, oh, sorry. I thought you were dead, and I was worried, and I'm glad you're not dead. And oh my God, we have to go back and help them.
It's fine. Just leave the kids that way. I'm
There's
gonna
still more
go
kids.
back.
Clancy, there's still more kids.
Okay, then try to get them out. But either way, take me. Let's go.
Okay, all right.
Wait, no, you don't take me. I transform and you go. I'm still very. Ugh.
Yeah. And so I think so. We're at time, right?
Yeah.
So Clancy, roll for your dragon form again. I guess is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
All right, roll for it.
it's my only flying form.
Yeah.
So
Good enough.
far.
And which one you want for your negative?
It's not a negative. It's just a hold 2.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah, on a miss, I hold 1 in addition to whatever you say.
Okay. So I think we'll close out on Clancy and Simba fly off dragons together back towards the castle.
No, I sent Simba to take the other kids to where the other guy.
Well, no, there's still 3 kids in the castle, right? That's what he's talking about.
That's fine.
But you
You
have
can't
to
just leave those kids alone in the woods or take them back.
You can leave them.
You can drop them off and make another flight run.
All right. So he's leading them back to the cart, and you're flying towards the castle, and that's where we'll sort of like fade out, and then we'll come back at Gray's turn at what he's doing when we come back next week, and that's where we'll end for tonight. I have to say, out of game, this is not how I intended this to go at all.
I have to say, out of game, fucking lasers, really?
It's like a plasma beam. A magic.
Vibrations are a
technology,
brand
man.
newfangled thing, and laser beams are not.
It's a weird world we live in. So
I don't think they'd even understand the concept of lasers unless Kyle came and told them.
So, well, it's like I said, it's like, weird technology, and you don't know what's fueling it. To answer the Bull Barnes question, we do this every Thursday night. 2 hours. It's 9:30 to 11:30.
You don't listen.
And so we've this is season 4. So there's like nearly 80 episodes that lead up to this
I told
point.
her, yeah.
Yeah. And then there are various one shots too and stuff. So come back next week and check us out. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate all the interaction. I definitely thought you guys were gonna diplomacy your way into the inner workings of the gnome
When have we ever?
fortress.
That was the plan until you brought in the monkey's paw.
I know. I didn't.
Monkey
You're like,
paw!
monkey's paw, cool. Way to get rid of all the gnomes. No,
And all I
not
could
what
think
it's
of
for.
was Mike, do you remember making the squirrel paw?
No.
Yeah, you made the squirrel paw.
What game was that in?
I can't remember. I remember it was when we still had Agnar and Kadra.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's been a hot minute. That was the
And
least.
I ended up with a squirrel
That was
paw
like
that did
first
nothing.
season shit.
Yeah, for sure. All right, but yeah, we'll come back next week and
Burn more stuff.
burn more stuff. Yeah, it's on fire now. So
Fire.
And Mist will make more friends.
just because I said you hadn't burned things in a while I didn't mean that you had to burn things.
It was a challenge.
did.
No.
You
It
knew
was a great idea.
Yeah.
I appreciate the idea.
More fire.
and because you guys set so many things on fire, I really had to like I said, I had to keep the fire graphic on hand. So
it looks fantastic.
So it's just ready to go at any time.
I missed it. It's nice. It's
Yeah.
a good addition.
So all right, cool. Well, you guys have a good night. Thanks for playing, and we'll do it again next week.
Alright.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Later.
Thanks, stream. We'll catch you next time.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.